Thanksgiving is coming up and, well, I don't know about you guys, but Thanksgiving dinners, something's definitely going to go wrong. You will definitely be questioned about your life choices. Oh my God, Grandma, just let me have my satanic country music band, okay? We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, I tell you. So, you guys may have different ways of navigating Thanksgiving dinners, avoiding politics and religion, making sure there's a steady supply of alcohol just to make sure everybody's in a good mood, except for that one drunk uncle or aunt because, you know, you don't want to get them drunk. Though, look at me. I'm the drunk aunt now. Anyway, so this year I've decided I have a new Thanksgiving dinner survival strategy by giving them too much to talk about. Yes, this is going to be my Thanksgiving dinner makeup. So you may be thinking, what the hell? Like, my family is going to give me endless grief for this. But there is just so many things that'll freak them out about this look that they won't even know when to start. And by the time they started, I don't think they'll even get to your life choices by the end of the dinner. So this is my foolproof strategy to make sure nobody bothers me with the annoying questions like, when am I going to have kids? After my cousin gets married. Oh my gosh, I'm going to really miss having my cousin being engaged, because in Indonesia, somehow no one thinks any excuse I give is a valid reason for delaying it to having kids. I can say I'm not financially ready. They're like, you'll never be financially ready. I'll be like, well, I'm not emotionally or mentally ready. You'll never be ready. Nothing just seems like a valid reason until I discovered the only reason everyone will accept. I'll have a baby after my cousin gets married. I don't want to be a fat bridesmaid. And suddenly that's acceptable. That's like a completely valid reason. I have no idea why. It's like finances, mental preparation, but not wanting to be a fat bridesmaid, totally valid reason. Anyway, so before I go off tangent, I'll show you how to get this really crazy look just to scare all your relatives and make sure nobody even has time to discuss your life choices. Let's go.
I'm trying out a new product here, NYX's Build 'Em Up Brow Powder in Auburn. I figured red is a shade where people won't be sure if you're making a fashion statement or horribly colorblind and can't figure out your matching brow shade. I'm regretting trying a new product out because this product sucks and I'm having intense fallout here. I'll fix it later. I'm not really feeling the shade here, so I'm going to ombre it with a red liquid lipstick. I'm using Jouer's Merlot. With a cotton pad soaked in eye makeup remover, I'm going to now erase all the messy bits. Now, I'm priming my eyes so my eyeshadow can withstand the meat sweats. And using NYX's Vivid Brights Creme Color in Cyber Pop to draw out where I want my crease to be. I'm making this high and unnatural, as high as the eyebrows I want to raise. Why red? Because I researched which eyeshadow color women are supposedly supposed to avoid, and the general consensus seems to point at red. Next up, I'm blending translucent powder above this line so blending will be easier. With the fluffiest blending brush I own, I'm softly swiping a light mustard yellow transition shade over the red line. Now I'm blending in the red eyeshadow. I'm using TKB Trading's Matte Red Pop over the line using the same fluffy blending brush. Next, I'm blending in the red again with a more tapered blending brush. See how the difference in brush density affects the vibrancy of the red and creates a gradient? To cut the crease, I'm using a liquid eyeshadow instead of a concealer, just so I can get a more vibrant shimmer later. So I'm using NYX's Lid Lingerie in Gold Standard because I thought I'd do gold with red like the flames from hell, only to remember I'm Chinese and my grandparents will just think I'm trying to bring in prosperity and good fortune. Not what I'm going for. So now I'm patting on a green highlighting shade. You can pick any color you want, really. The color in a fake crease is too one-dimensional, so I'm patting on Gold Standard again in the middle. Now I'm lining my eyes with my most controversial lining style, the floating liner. My camera stopped recording without me realizing it, so there's one step that got cut out. I basically took a tiny pencil brush and blended black eyeshadow over where the crease was, just to define it further. Now, I'm blending the red over it again to soften it, and I'm bringing the red even higher. Then softening the edge by running a clean blending brush over it. Soak a cotton pad in eye makeup remover, place it at the base of where you want your wing to be, and swipe up. That's how you get a sharp wing. I'm adding a tiny bit more wing since I erased a bit more than I wanted. I want to add more zing to my wing, so I'm layering Fenty Beauty's Nepturned over it. This is my favorite part, rubbing the liner after it dries to reveal the glitter underneath.
I missed this on camera, but I already spritzed my face with primer. Remember to use primer because I don't know about you guys, but I treat Thanksgiving dinners like a marathon. I'm gonna eat like it's a workout and I'm going to sweat my face off, and that's why I need primer. I'm not having such a good skin day today, so I'm going to start with foundation first. I still want to keep my coverage relatively skin-like. Yes, I may want to piss off my relatives, but I still want to look good doing it. So I'm going to keep it relatively skin-like. Oh my gosh, lots of fallout. Let me brush that off. So I'm only applying foundations in the parts that need it. I'll see what my foundation can cover before I do my concealing. Now I have pretty bad eye bags and I'm going to conceal them using my favorite color correcting palette. I know I use this in every tutorial, but really it's my favorite and it's only $12. It's really good value for money. So again, the orange is too bright for my skin tone, so I'm mixing it with the beige concealer. Recently I did my cousin's makeup and she's darker skin tone than me. This concealer finally came in handy. I really like this palette, like it just caters to a lot of skin tones. Well, way more skin tones than a normal color correcting palette. Let's make the most of this night. Come on. And after concealing my under eyes, I'm going to brighten it further with the lavender shade here. So I'm just streaking it into a rough triangle shape. Just smile and look at the upraised areas, the areas where you're normally highlighting, and apply it that way. I really like this way of brightening my face. Sometimes with a lighter concealer, it does look slightly ashy in my skin tone, so this is a really nice way of brightening up my under eye. I still have some flaws to conceal. So this is when I'm using my favorite Face Shop Dual Veil Concealer. So I just used a liquid foundation, so I'm going to layer cream over it. This is how I get the coverage really, really good. Just keep layering between cream and liquid, and then you'll get a really long-lasting, great coverage. I know I'm being really bad. I should be using a brush, but I'm slightly lazy right now, so I'm applying it straight from the stick while the edge is still pointy. Now, while that concealed quite a lot of flaws, some are still showing through. So that's when I take the liquid part and I'm going to layer it over what I've already concealed and just do it in places where the flaws are still showing up. If you don't need more concealer, don't put it in, because the key is to keep things light. So of course for face, we're not gonna go with ordinary, because remember, we have to give people a lot of things to talk about. So I find that the most controversial color to put on my face is always purple. Every time I use a purple blush, honestly, there's so many comments about how I look punched. People really hate it. It just looks like a bruise, and that's why we're gonna wear it. So this purple shade, to make it suit my face, I usually use it as a sort of contour. So what I do is like I put it where I would normally put my contour shade here and drag it up. To make it fit my face more, I do have to drag it up a bit. And if it's kind of noisy, I'm so sorry, it's Friday right now. So the mosque is basically blaring their sermon over loudspeaker. Yeah, I still don't understand why they have to put the loudspeaker so loud. I suppose there's quite a lot of people and that's why it has to be really, really loud. But yeah, it gets very noisy in my apartment. I'm really dreading having kids because I don't know how they're going to sleep through this. So now I'm going to blend Unicorn, this purple blush, into Tripping. It's just such a shock of gold. I love it, but you know, a lot of people will definitely comment on it. Ugh, this hairband is not pulling my hair back. I should wear a hairnet next time. So I'm going to add in another purple shade because Unicorn isn't dark enough, and I'm actually going to contour with purple. And as you know, purples are often really risky because they're often very streaky. So to help it blend, I'm going to use a loose powder and kind of brush it around my face, just around the parts where I want to blend the purple contouring shade. I mean, sometimes you can't help it will still be streaky, but this will help a lot. So this is Femme Fatale's Creeping Coffin. I depotted it into my own container because this is more convenient. It has a nice golden highlight too. Keep a light hand for this. You don't want it to look too stark. The key with wearing purple is you have to blend it really, really well. So this is actually an eyeshadow and I'm so worried I'm going to ruin this look, but let's try. So I'm going to use my favorite contouring brush right now, which is Masami Shoko's. I'm gonna be really careful. Ooh, this is gonna be hard to get on the brush because the container is so tiny. Okay, hopefully this works. And please don't ruin it. It's not so bad. Oh, I should have grabbed the tissue paper and like just dabbed it around. You know, hindsight is always 20/20. Anyway, be careful with this. Remember to blend really, really well with this because you don't want it to look like badly applied blush. You want it to be beautifully blended. So your relatives will be wondering, is she making a fashion statement or is she secretly in a fight club and getting punched all over her face? I totally join a fight club if Brad Pitt is in it. I'd probably get knocked out first round, but you know, I totally do it. My husband will probably be more excited. He's a huge Brad Pitt fan. So that's why we have Brad Pitt on our list of people we can cheat on. For him, not for me. He has the biggest man crush on Brad Pitt. In fact, I'm glad I don't know Brad Pitt because I'm not sure he won't leave me for Brad Pitt. So if it looks too dark, that's when you blend it in with the other colors. So I'm going back in with Creeping Coffin. Ah, that's too much. Yes, and I'm using this toothbrush looking brush to just blend out the edges, just to make sure there's no hard edges. I want a bit more highlights. I'm going to go back in with Tripping again. And again, blend it in. It has to look very subtle. You don't want it to look like, you know, a very funky Neapolitan ice cream. I want it to look very blended. So I have this color shifting highlighter with me. It's something I made. It's from TKB Trading. I can't remember the pigment right now, but it's one of the travel pigments that shifts color. So I'll do a video on how to make your own highlighter soon. I promise I will eventually get it out. In the meantime, I'm going to use this highlighter and apply more highlights. So I have this weird bluish glow on top of the gold. I'm just gonna look very alien. And don't forget your forehead. I'm really liking this alien look. So now I'm going to do the rest of my eyes before I do my lips.
I'm lining just the outer half of my lower lash line with Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner in Finish. Next, I'm using a pencil brush to smudge it. Now, I'm grabbing a light purple eyeshadow and lightly running it underneath my lower lash line with a tapered blending brush. Next up, I'm grabbing a pencil brush dipped in a dark purple eyeshadow and further smudging the blue line. Now I'm getting this grungy, smoked out under eye that is a bit controversial because some people really hate it. Only it's purple, which from my experience on Instagram riles up so many people because apparently this color makes it look like I've been punched and it's ugly. Now, I'm grabbing Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife and patting it in the inner parts of my eyes with my fingers. Now I'm dabbing Fire and Ace Pixie Epoxy, a glitter glue, over the gold and adding another controversial element, glitter. There will definitely be somebody going, "Do you know glitter can take out your eyes?" Next up, I'm dotting purple, yellow, and green above the fade crease. Dots spice up your look in a very easy way, and this way people also won't be sure whether I'm getting to the Christmas spirit early or going for the diseased look. Either way, they're gonna be talking. Finally, apply lashes and you're done.
For lips, I'm going to use NYX's Cosmic Metal in Electromagnetic, which is this awesome greenish blue shade. So, you know, when you use black lipstick, it's just too obvious. You're going gothic. Oh, how predictable. But you know, when you're using green, people aren't sure. Are you channeling your inner mermaid? Is it a different kind of gothic? Or maybe you're just getting to the Christmas spirit early. So yeah, green it is. Oh, and we're not done yet. Yes, I'm wearing a white wig. I can just hear my grandmother yelling, "Satan!" Yeah, with this white wig, you know, nobody knows. Is this the latest fashion trend? Or do I just want to look like a ghost? Or is this a Daenerys wig gone wrong? But either way, they'll definitely be talking. So this is it. This is my overwhelm everyone Thanksgiving dinner makeup. And hopefully with this, you'll make all the little kids cry and they'll keep those little buggers away from you. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the entire thing and I hope you enjoyed it. Right now, when I'm posting this, I'll be in India, so I'm gonna be on a break. So this week, I'm only posting one video instead of two, just because I'm gonna enjoy my vacation. My brother-in-law is getting married, and I really can't wait to welcome my future sister-in-law into the family, and yeah, super excited. So yeah, I'll be pretty busy, and I'm so sorry there's only one video this week. Anyway, I'll see you next time.